another Thursday Night Live at Equine Essentials. And I know we already have talked about this before, but I know some new people are watching these, and people like stream them after the fact. So just so you know what this is, Sophie and I go live, and we talk about cool stuff we got in, whether it's new stuff or stuff we like. And you can always go to our website. Like today, we're going to talk all about Shires stuff. So like new arrivals, some old tried and true favorites, but mostly like their new spring lines. So we're really excited about that. And then you can always go to the website and shop what we talked about, or you can come in store. You know, a lot of you like to kind of watch these and come in store and check it out. So that's pretty much the whole gist with the live. Pretty soon we'll also be going live on TikTok, so that'll be fun, and we might also add Instagram, so stay tuned. Whoa! I don't know how that happened.
What?
Who says fireworks?
Does it happen when you do a thumbs up? Like, you know, on on FaceTime, if you do a thumbs up, it like does a little bubble with a thumbs up.
Oh! And how did we do the fireworks? That was crazy. Okay, maybe it'll happen again, maybe it won't, I don't know, but...
It did that one of the other times, too, do you remember?
I thought it was a Rowan. Wait, what did we do? Was it double thumbs up? Wait, let's try it again, I don't know what... Oh, maybe it's double thumbs up! Either that
I wonder if you can see that when you, like, rewatch it, or if there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you can't, sorry, we're not going crazy, but giant fireworks just keep coming up on the screen. But anyways, we're gonna get started here. So today we're talking about Shires. So Shires is honestly one of our favorite brands in Equine Essentials and one of our best-selling brands. They're just a really cool company. They're British, so I'm probably a little personally, like, what's the word, favored towards them. But they just have, like, really nice stuff that's usually pretty trendy, and it doesn't break the bank, which is really nice, because as we all know, like, horses be expensive. So it's nice to be able to still get new outfits and clothes or things for your horse and not spend an arm and a leg, even if it's like not on clearance or consignment. And so as always, they have come out with a new spring line, and we are so excited to share that with you today. So we're gonna kind of go through part of it, and then Sophia's gonna talk about some stuff while I like change these clothes behind us, and then we'll talk about the other part of the clothing spring line. So to get started, we are gonna show you the team collection from Shires, aka Aubrian. So sometimes like there's the house brand Shires, and then they have these little like tiers underneath it, I guess you could say. So like Aubrian's clothing, but it's still Shires. Moretta is boots, but it's still Shires. So sometimes you might hear us use those interchangeably, at least me, because I just kind of talk like they're all one thing.
Yeah. So
this is Aubrian, their team line for spring 2025. So the team line is very branded. It's like gonna let everyone know you're wearing Aubrian. It kind of, to me, goes back to like Y2K collegiate, almost like if you think of like the branded like Cambridge, Oxford stuff people wear. This is what this line is like. So it comes, the shirts come in a short sleeve, a sleeveless, and a long sleeve. I'm gonna show you the short sleeve first. So it comes in this brown color, which is umber. And so it has the logo on the front, the logo and crown on the back, and then it has this kind of like taping at the shoulders. And then the short sleeve, it's a pretty short sleeve, so if you're someone who likes more like coverage to, I know some people like their short sleeves to almost go to their elbow. This is going to be more like a short, true short sleeve, but it comes in this umber, which is brown, navy, rust, which is like orange, and moss, which is like this olive green. And the thing I like about it is I do really like the gold zipper on all of them. I think it's a cute little addition. It's kind of gives it a little pop of something, and I like how it matches the logo. So this is a short sleeve. It does have UPF on it, 50 I think, yep, so you'll be protected from the sun. It does have mesh on the sides. I'm gonna put these ones down so I can show you. So it does have the mesh on the side, so it'll be super breathable for when you're in the saddle, especially once it gets to be hot and humid in Ohio. And then the cool thing is this side does have a little pocket, so you can put like your lip gloss, like your credit card, your ID, that kind of thing, for while you're out and about. So that's the short sleeve. And then they have the sleeveless. So the thing about the sleeveless is it just doesn't really have the taping at the shoulder. So it comes in the moss, the umber, the rust, and the navy. But it just doesn't have any of the taping at the shoulder. So again, just kind of like if you don't want something that has too much flash or too much branding on it, this one would be for you. And then I'm gonna bring down the whole thing for the long sleeve. So the long sleeve, it's honestly basically the same as the short sleeve, except it is a long sleeve. So it does not have the mesh under the arms, it just has the mesh on the side of the body, as you can see here. And it comes in the rust. The umber, the moss, and again, the navy. And so I think this would actually be really cute in like a clinic, or even like a little schooling show. It just, I don't know, I feel like it has a cute little like look to it that's different than some American styles. And
I love the umber.
Me too, actually.
Something about it is like doing it for me. I feel like I usually don't even buy a lot of clothes in like that brown shade, but the umber with the gold.
It's pretty. And then they have the team tight. So basically the team tight goes back to the team shirt. It has like the branding on the side. It has the branding on the back. It has Aubrey down the leg. It also has a nice deep pocket for your cell phone, which I think Shires has always done really well. So you can literally like, it fits almost like, oh god, no! It's one of those days, guys. So literally, but like legit, I can almost fit my whole, like half my arm down there. So literally, if you have a big phone, it does not matter. I rode not in these, but from their other collection, which we'll show you later. I rode in them last night, and I had my phone on me the whole time, and it was down in there, and I was jumping and doing all sorts of stuff, and it didn't move anywhere. So I thought that was cool. I'm gonna take this off before I hurt myself. And then it has the full seat, and on these, I think they just decided to mix it up, and instead of doing just kind of like a basic dot or anything, they did this whole like bit and rain combo, which I think is super cute. And a little different, it just makes it kind of fun. Almost gives like old school Hermes, which I think is cool. And then so it comes in this moss color. And then it comes in the navy. And again, same little cool detailing on the back, logo on the side, and all that jazz. So I'm gonna move these around while you talk about your stuff, Sophia.
Real quick, I just want to say I love Aubrey so much. I feel like I have so many clothes from Aubrey, and I do love that the quality is there. All of the fabrics are super soft, like the team line she just showed you. The fabric is so soft, and it is like tech fabric, but it just has such a nice cozy feel to it, and the quality really is there, but it also, like she said, doesn't break the bank. So it's kind of fun because I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this shirt is so cheap compared to everything else. That means I can get more clothes, and I just get so much, and I have so much Aubrey, and I love all of my Aubrey, and I feel like Aubrey has never failed me. I love all of my Aubrey stuff. It's also cozy. I love the way it fits, and it's never done me wrong. So I just wanted to pitch in and say that real quick. But, so, stepping away from clothes for a second, I've got the Arma Hunter pads. So I've got two here. So I can start with the rim one. So the rimmed one, you can see you've got this, what do you call this, like almost like weaved material on top, but then they put their super fleece on the rim. So the nice thing about this is it's just a little more convenient and easy compared to wool or sheepskin. So you can pop this bad boy in the washer. Granted, you'd want to do something on more of a gentle cycle and like air dry and all that jazz. But it's just a lot more easier to maintain. Even like with some of the sheepskin and the wool, I feel like after you wash it, it kind of has like a clumpy look and you have to like brush it out and all that. This is just so much easier. But it's nice because it does have that on there and it is super, super, super soft. So especially if you like that soft sheepskin feel, you have that with this. It's just easier to take care of. I wish you could like feel it through the screen because it just feels so nice. Like, I want bedding made out of the super fleece. I love the super fleece. But anywho, it's rimmed with that super fleece. So this is going to help prevent the chafing and the rubs and all that good stuff. It's really soft, so it's gonna feel good on them, but you don't have it on the entirety of the pad. So it's still gonna be really breathable and you're gonna have a good amount of airflow, but you still have that soft look. So it's gonna feel good on your horse. Again, prevent the chafing and whatnot, but you also have the benefit of all of the airflow on there. And also the rims just looks really nice, I think. It's nice to have that look of that fleece, but it's just not on the entirety of the pad. And you still have your little keeper straps here. You have your little billet keepers down here. This bottom part, I don't know if you can see, is reinforced. So you can see it is a little bit more of a sturdy material. I don't know what material that would be considered. I'm not too good at that, but it is a sturdier material compared to here and here. And it's reinforced on the bottom, so you've got that protection as well. And overall, they're just really nice pads to have. I wish I had something like this when I was like doing the hunters as a kid, out there with my pony. I wish I had something from Arma that was like this. That would be amazing. But if you are not into the rimmed version, they also make the full version. So you have all that soft super fleece all over your pad, and it's going to be soft on your pony. And again, easier to care for, easier to take care of, maintain, but it is like the full shabam on here. And you still have your straps, billet keepers, still reinforced down here, little like logo. And they do come in several sizes, so it's sized according to your saddle. So for instance, we've got the 17, 17 and a half here. You can get smaller, you can get larger. So that is a really cool option with show season coming up. Maybe you're doing the hunters and you're looking for a new pad to go into the season with. This is something really fun to check out. It's fun even just to come in and feel the fleece on here because it is so soft. I love it. Again, I want bedding made out of that stuff. So that is a cool thing from Shires. And then I'm taking the whole horse leg here. So we've also got the Air Motion brushing boots. So again, the idea behind this is really nice because these are super, super breathable. So from the outside, before I take this off, you look at it and it has that polished look of having like the fleece all throughout. You see the fleece trim on the top and you're like, oh my gosh, that's probably fleecy on the inside. So let me pop this off real quick. So while you've got that super fleece rim here, so same material as your pads down here. It's soft, it feels really nice, like sheepskin, just easier to take care of. On the inside, you've got this super, super breathable mesh. So this is really gonna allow a lot of airflow, with the main idea being we prevent heat going to the legs because we don't want all that heat on the legs and the tendons and whatnot. So this is really going to help with that airflow, but you still have that nice polished look with the super fleece trim. And then you've got your sturdy inside. So for the brushing component, this is more sturdy compared to the rest of it. It's going to hold up. Your horse can brush its legs together. It's going to be fine. But it's going to be breathable with a cute polished look. And it does come in black as well. This is the brown, but it comes in black, and you can get it in, oh, thanks, girl.
You're welcome.
You can get it in cob, full, and extra full. So, I'm going to take this back.
Okay, so then the second clothing kind of capsule that Shires came out with for the spring is the React line. So the React line is similar to like lines they've done in the past, but they have more, what's the word, like lifestyle pieces. So maybe not just for riding, they also have things you could wear to the gym, running errands, doing other sports, which I think is really smart. The other thing is I think Shires sometimes in the past have had very like bright colors. Like last year they had that really hot coral color that was really bright, or like the purple and the tie-dye and like the bright big bold patterns. And this year they kind of decided to like take a step back, make it a little bit more neutral, a little bit more accessible for if you're maybe someone who doesn't love a super bright wardrobe. They still have a couple pops of color, which is nice still to kind of like tie into those customers. But we'll kind of get started here. So I know a lot of people have moved past polos, but some people still love them. Some people are tried and true polo people. So they have just a classic polo in sleeveless in the mauve and in the short sleeve in the sand. It's incredibly lightweight, like almost, again, I wish you guys could just like feel it through the screen. Like if it's a hot summer's day, this is gonna be so light on your skin, you're barely gonna feel it. It still has that polished look. If you're someone that likes having a collar, like having that finished product, this is definitely something you could do like a schooling show in, like maybe you're doing a mini trial or a jump around or a little like dressage test at a schooling show. You could definitely wear one of these, pair it with something, make it really cute. They have changed their logo a little bit, so it's a little smaller, a little understated, but then on the back they have again their logo, but Aubrey on the back, which is becoming, or has been popular for a lot of European brands and even some US ones. So again, the sand color from the season I'm really liking. I think it's a really pretty neutral, a very like natural color. So here's the polo. And then since, again, spring in Ohio, we still have chilly days and mornings. Like I feel like even this week it was like freezing on Monday, but like warm today. Some days we still need a jacket. So they did come out with this little fleece line coat. It's water resistant. It has a little fleece on the inside. It has all the binding to keep that water resistance. As you can see, it does have a seam sealed zipper, so water won't get in there either. It has a little Aubrey logo, which again I'm really liking how it's a little more understated than their old one. It does have a full hood. The hood does not come off, but it's still just nice to have, like maybe it's an early morning horse show, it's drizzling, all that thing, you can kind of be protected. There's a little bit of Aubrey at the hood. They have a chest pocket, which you can fit like your phone, treats, your lip gloss, all that kind of stuff in. It does have the Velcro sleeves. So if you want to make it a little tighter, so no water, hay, all that jazz gets down into your sleeve, then you can do that. It has the seaming on the back, so it gives you like a tailored look. It's really flattering on. And so that's something you might want to consider if you need to upgrade your coat wardrobe. want to do the gilet?
I'll do the gilet. Thank you, girl. So they've got this gilet slash vest. I think this is really cute because I actually like that it has a hood on it as well. Sorry, let me turn it around. I like that it has a hood on it. I feel like more often than not you see vests without the hood, but it is cool that it does have that hood. You can pop it up, especially right now with going into spring. I feel like we have those really weird days where it's like maybe you're out at the barn in the morning, it's like chilly and whatever, and then like as the day goes on it warms up, so maybe in the morning you're like, I want my hood on, and then the day goes on and you don't need your hood. But it's also nice because it is more lightweight compared to like your winter vest. So it's a nice layering piece to throw on when it is that kind of weird chilly outside. It's not cold, but it's chilly, and you can kind of regulate your temperature that way. And it is a nice tech fabric with the cute little logo, and I love the sand on here. So you've got the black with just the little sand accents, and I love those together. I think it looks so nice. You've got your little like pull elastic cords on here so you can adjust your fit, so you can kind of taper it in a little bit if you want. You can let it out. Maybe you're wearing something underneath that it's a little thicker, so you want to let it out a little bit. Totally up to you. And then you've got your little pockets here on the side. Hold on. Okay, so you can see really generous pockets. I've got my whole hand in there, so you can stick stuff in there. You can zip it back up if you need. So maybe your phone's in there, you're like, I can't let that fall out. You just zip it back up. And overall, I think it's a really cute vest to have, especially for this in-between chilly, warm season. It's a really nice piece to have on hand.
And then, I guess with it, the sun shirt underneath.
Oh yeah, so we've got the sun shirt underneath. So you can see your Aubrian logo here. So now we've got this sand color, but with the black Aubrian logo. And then, hold on. Here we go. So on the back here, we've got, I wish it wasn't flipped. We've got our Aubrian here. So again, your branding. You've got your breathy mesh up here. You've got the mesh on the sides. This does have the mesh underneath the sleeves, unlike the team long sleeves. You've got that mesh there, so it's going to be super breathable. You still have your little hidden pocket. You can put your little valuables in, and then that just lays flat. I like that it is kind of blended in so well to the shirt. It doesn't stick out too much. It's just kind of there. Like, I have a lot of Aubrian shirts with a little pocket on the side, and I kind of just like forget that it's there. It doesn't stick out, you know. And you've got the nice black zipper accent.
Yeah, I like that it's a matte black. I think it's actually nice. It just kind of adds to that like
It's
neutral,
so pretty.
understated vibe.
I really love it. I'm really loving the sand color.
And then it also comes in black, which just kind of has the sand flipped to where it was black on the sand shirt. So I think that's pretty.
Actually, I really like the gilet with the shirt in specific, like the contrasting, like black with the sand accent and then sand with the black accent.
I agree. I just like these colors, honestly. I think they're really pretty.
They are so pretty.
So then, kind of in like the active wear lifestyle stuff on top of the equestrian items, they have like these tank tops they came out with this year, and I really like these. I'm someone who would like go to the gym or do yoga in these or run errands, but then also run to the barn. And I know some trainers don't love tank tops, especially some of the hunter barns, but especially if you're an eventer or you're like a dressage girly and you're allowed to have your arms out, then this like honestly would probably be a nice thing to add, because it is that piece where you're like, in the morning I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna go like run errands and get Starbucks, and then I'm gonna go to the barn. Like, you can do everything in this. So it comes in this gray color, which I think is pretty. It's kind of like a nice little heathered, and then it has the Aubrian on the strap, so it's kind of like that racerback top. It's kind of flowy, so it's not like a super fitted tank. It kind of gives you some room, gives you some breathing. And then it comes in the sand, of course, which has then the sand logo. And so again, same fit, same everything. It's just more which color is your style. I personally am really loving the sand color this season, although I think the gray is like a nice tried and true for a tank top and just kind of everyday athletic wear. Cannot talk. And then they did a hoodie, and I actually got it, and it's really nice and really comfy. They're like 100% cotton, so they're sustainable, which I think is really cool. It has the little logo. Again, kind of, it just inverts depending on what color the piece is. So this is the sand. Then it has the black logo. Then it has the Aubrian on the back in black. The black is the sand. And then what I like about this is it is, again, just like a classic hoodie. If you're maybe like, today it was kind of drizzling a little bit. We actually had a rainbow outside of the store, which was really cool. I'm going to post a picture of it later. But when it's drizzling, it's nice if you want to protect your hair, just not get wet. It has a little hood. It has a little tie so you can bring it in. It has the little matte finishes instead of the metal ones, which I know sometimes the metal ones are kind of annoying. It is kind of like an oversized unisex fit, so they do run big. I'm normally a large, and I did get a large in this, but I would say it's like baggier. They did shrink a little bit when I washed it, but I would still say it's a pretty baggy, big fit. So again, this is something you could wear to the barn. You could wear it like maybe you're going to the beach at the end of the day. You know, sometimes in the summer it gets chilly at night. You can just throw this on. Going to the horse show, you need a little something extra. Definitely would recommend this. And then to kind of continue in that lifestyle like brand and lifestyle pieces, they did come out with shorts. And I know for the last several years they've done shorts. I think this one's a little different fit and a little different styling than some of the older ones. So with this one, they have the big banding of elastic at the top. It kind of gives that like old school boxer vibe. So this is, again, just kind of like your more basic one. It's just black with the sand. It does have almost like the little under compression shorts built in. So if you're someone who's a runner and you like having that compression, or if you're a golfer or anything, it does have that available, which I think is really nice. And then they're super breathable, super lightweight. It has the little cut here, so if you are really active, you can still have that give. You're not going to feel constricted by the outer short. And so maybe you like to do chores in the barn, but you don't want to be in your breeches. It would be great for that. It comes in the black. And then this is kind of where they did stick to their old ways of having a little color, a little pattern. So they have this pattern that's called the Abstract. So it's kind of like a neutrally splatter paint. It's like that moss color and that mauve and almost like a little periwinkle, a little gray, all in it, kind of like Jackson Pollock style, all through it. So there are a couple pieces that we have in with this print, but mostly the kids ones that have this. But it still has the sand logo up here. And honestly, I've had their shorts before and I do like them, so I'm excited to get a pair of these with this new little cut they have. I think it'll be almost more flattering. So something you might want to give a go if you haven't tried their shorts before.
And I love the little hidden foam pocket on them too. Like you wouldn't even know it's there, but it's there.
Right.
Because it's on like the inner short, so it just kind of like slides in on the side.
So you can have your little phone in there, right there. So it's nice.
Yeah, I do love shorts that have like that built in, because I feel like that's kind of hard to find too. Because I love wearing shorts in the summer when I'm like at the barn doing chores, but then I don't know where to put my phone, and then I set it down somewhere and I forget where it's at, and then I lose my phone. So I love that that's an option on those.
Yeah, that is nice.
All right, we got. I think these are super cool. So we've got the Sculpt Tights. So these, hold on, Gotta be careful
Gotta
with
be
those
safe.
things, man. So these actually, the waistband, it's so blended into the tights, it's hard to tell just by looking at them, but the waistband actually kind of starts like right here, so it's like this is all waistband right here. And these are going to have a lot of, where's my front? There it is. A lot of compression on them. So you've got that big waistband, and the compression is like no joke. Like it's there.
It's like Spanx. It's honestly
yeah,
like it's
it is
meant
like
to
Spanx.
like hold you in.
Yeah,
And give you some support when you ride.
Right, so this is gonna hold you in and kind of sculpt that area. But the nice thing is, with it being such a wide waistband, it's not gonna give you a muffin top like some other things would. I didn't know how to put it. So we're kind of avoiding that muffin top look with some of like the shorter waistbands. I feel like they kind of pull in and then you just kind of like spill over the, I know, thumbs up. You like spill over the top a little bit and I'm like, oh my god, I hate that. Like, kill me now. But this is such a wide waistband that we're really gonna avoid that, and it's gonna sculpt everything, but it's not gonna be restrictive, so you do still have some give and movement, but like she said, it's like Spanx, you know, it's gonna sculpt that. But these are gonna be moisture wicking tech fabric, and they've got the silicone grip on here, and I do love the silicone that's on all of Aubrian's tights and breeches, because it's like, it's no joke. You can hear it.
Like, it does not, like, again, I didn't ride in these. I rode in the non-stop ones, which I'll show you later, last night. Or actually, I rode in the Rhythm, and literally, like, a couple of times I was jumping. First time I was jumping since my trainer's been gone for, like, a month. And we were a little sticky at a couple of the jumps, and there was one, he, like, launched it, like, took the long spot and was like, yippee! And I was like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. My, like, breeches were really keeping me in place. So they definitely are not joking with the grip on these.
No, it's crazy how effective that is. I really love the silicone on here. And again, you've got your black with your sand accent, some Aubrian action happening here. Like she said, very understated, just little Aubrian logo. Aubrian here. But otherwise, just all black with your silicone on there. I think it is a really pretty flattering tight. It's not too like flashy or too much. I like that it is all black with just the sand accent here and there, so I feel like you can pair a lot with it. But I am just so excited about this compression waistband, because I can't say I've actually ever seen a tight or a breech with a waistband this wide, and I like wide waistbands. I feel like I don't have as much as a muffin top with the wide waistbands, so I'm really excited about these. I think it's such a cool thing.
Yeah, I think it's really, like, again, I think Aubrian is always ready to, like, think outside the box a little bit with their stuff, and again, just in a way where you're not going to break the actual bag doing it. So I'm really happy with them.
Yeah.
So I guess really quickly, I'll go into their short sleeve sun shirt. So it's literally like the same thing as their long sleeve sun shirt, but a short sleeve. It has, bless you.
Thank you.
It has the mesh at the back. So again, you're riding on a hot summer day. The heat's just gonna flow up and out and dissipate any sweat and anything. It does have the mesh under the sleeve as well as along the body. It does have the little pocket on the side. And I know sometimes people are a little nervous with the pocket. They're like, is that going to be annoying or feel it when I wear it? And I don't think we've ever had anyone actually complain about it. Like, I think once it's on, you don't really notice it or feel it. And it can kind of just either tuck into your breeches, or sometimes depending on whether you have a super wide breeches, wide waist breeches, or a shorter waist breech, it either kind of goes right under it or right above it. And it just kind of sits there and it's good to go. And so this one comes in the mauve, the sand, and then if you're feeling frisky, it comes in the abstract one. So with this, like, if you are someone who likes a little pop of color, a little something different, I think it would look nice paired with like black breeches, or even maybe like the sand or something, just if you want to really show off the shirt, not the rest of it, or like not have too much with your whole outfit. But again, it still has all the mesh everywhere. It actually does still have the Aubrian down this back of it, but it's so camouflaged by the print, which I think is actually kind of cute. And so yeah, so that is the short sleeve sun shirt. Again, a tried and true, and again, with this fabric, it is really soft. I've been pretty impressed with how, I don't know who sources their fabrics, but they do a good job of making things wicking and comfortable and soft, but still affordable. So definitely want to give these a go.
I love all of them.
Me too. You gonna do these?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so we've got the non-stop tights here. So with these, you'll see that our waistband is a little different compared to the sculpt one. So it's still a thicker waistband compared to some waistbands you see on breeches or tights, but definitely not as thick compared to this big old waistband. So these really, I think, the big idea here is they're supposed to be really breathable, really moisture wicking. They have the 4-way stretch. They're going to stretch with you, and they're going to be really comfortable overall. And you still have your grippy silicone on here. I love the silicone. So you've still got that grippy silicone. You've got your foam pocket. Again, super deep foam pocket. I can't even reach all the way down there, but it's a really generous pocket. I know earlier Kelly mentioned that when she rides, she'll just stick her phone in her pocket and just like go about her ride, and she's fine. It doesn't go anywhere. I do the same thing, and I usually don't even ride in my phone, but when I do have my deep Aubrian pockets, I'm like, I'm safe. I can ride with my phone this time. It never goes anywhere. I don't worry about it budging. I don't feel like it slips anywhere. It's just kind of like there. So that's nice. And again, you've got your cute little Aubrian logo right there. You've got Aubrian here, and also I think it's cool that the pocket is meshy, and I don't know, maybe this is just my thought process and they weren't necessarily thinking this, but when I put my phone in my pocket sometimes, I feel like my body gets really hot and it heats my phone up, and when I take my phone out, like my screen will have like condensation on it. Yeah, it's like watery, like what
it'll get like, yeah, it'll literally even sometimes get like under my case, and it like I can't type like normal, and it bothers me.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not the only one. I thought maybe that was because I just overheat. Like, I'm not built for the heat. I'm built to live in the tundra. So like, honestly, I saw like the mesh on here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I wonder if they were like, people sweat and it puts condensation on their phone, or if that's just a me thing. But either way, I like the idea of that, and I'd really like to try these out and see if it makes a difference with that, because if it does, it'd be nice. So you do have that meshy pocket. And overall, super breathable, and it is cool too, because some people, I feel like certain seams will irritate them a little bit. Like, I have talked to a lot of people who just have seams in certain places on their breeches, and they're just kind of put together in a certain way, and they're uncomfortable, and they rub, and it just is, maybe not hurts, but it's just uncomfortable. So it is nice because on here they tried to make the seams as seamless, I guess. So they're supposed to be more comfortable, kind of like a seamless seam kind of feel. And you can even see on here, like, they're just very low-key. They're there, but like, it's not like all that bulk underneath your breech, so it's really gonna blend in. You're not gonna feel it as much, and it is nice too because you have your grippy silicone on the back here, so it's gonna kind of like grip to your shirt a little bit and help hold your shirt in if you have your shirt tucked in.
So then they came out with this little tech tee that I, again, really like. I'm actually wearing it right now. I think this is a great piece because it's, again, that item that you can wear to the barn and do a little lesson in, or you can go do yoga or go run your errands or whatever in it. It's super breathable. Like, this shirt is so lightweight, so comfortable. I like feel like I haven't gotten super hot in it today. It has like this breathable mesh all through it, but it's not see-through. It has the little logo on the front. It's kind of cool how the sleeves are. Instead of it being like a whole seam here with the sleeve, it's all one piece. So I feel like nothing's really like irritating my shoulder or like my arms or anything. It has a cute little keyhole in the back, I think just for more ventilation, especially if you're being active. It has the Aubrian down the middle, around the keyhole, and then at the on the inside it has the little Aubrian here, and it's actually like grippy, which is kind of cool. I guess if you were wearing it under something else, it would help keep it in place. I think it's a little bit of a longer fit again, so if you're someone who's maybe like cycling or whatever, you have that extra coverage in the back, or if you're riding, you can tuck it in, and as you lean over, like when you're jumping and doing a 2-point, it's not just gonna like come flying up. It'll just really stay in place. So I really like this shirt. I think it's a great addition. Again, just something nice, something different, something unique. So it comes in the black. And then it also comes in sand, which is again like their two popular colors from this collection. So I think that's really cute. And then
I love the keyhole in the back.
yeah, I think it's just, again, it's different. It's just a nice little addition. And then they have their rhythm tight, and this is what I wore last night. So it's basically, it's very similar to the breech Sophia just showed, except it is full seat. So if you're someone who's doing dressage or you like a full grip when you're jumping, this is going to give you that grip that you want. Again, you can literally hear the grip like Sophia was saying. It has the little, it's in the little Aubrian logo. It has, I'm not going to punch myself this time, I swear. It has the full pocket, so you can fit your phone down in there. Like yesterday, I had my lesson. Like I said, my trainer came back after being away, and she was like, we're jumping. And I was like, cool. I know she's just going to let me do little cross rails and stuff. No. She had me jumping the barrels and had me jumping oxers, which I thought she would let me ease back into jumping because my horse was also lame while she was gone. But no, she said, we are going all in today. So I had my phone in there, and my horse Jude, like a couple times, he was like soaring over the jumps. Like they were big 3-foot jumps, not really, but he acted like it in my head and like took some really long spots and like flew. And a couple of times he was like reacting to someone else in the ring. So like they like were clucking or something, and he was like, oh, we going. And so he was like flying when I was like, I wasn't ready. We were gonna do the ad. So I just really felt like I had the total, like, I guess you could say support of the breeches, where I really felt like I wasn't slipping around in my saddle. I was really staying in place. So for me, big testament to that. It does have the Aubrian on the one side, the little logo, and then, as Sophia mentioned with the last pair, it has the silicone all in here, so your shirt, if it's tucked in, won't go flying, or even if you're wearing like a crop shirt. I know I've seen more people riding in crop shirts, or if you just don't have it tucked in, it will still even give a little stick with your body, and it just won't come flying down, so you're not like mooning everyone when you're jumping or anything, which is a good thing to do. And then, I'm trying to think what else. It has the mesh bottom, so you'll really have a lot of breathability down here at the ankle and calf. It just is a really soft fabric. Again, I wish you guys could feel it. You can almost like see through it. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but you can literally almost see through it. It's that breathable.
It's so soft too. It's not one of the scratchy meshes. It's so soft.
It is, which we love a comfy clothing item at Equine Essentials. So it comes in the shadow, aka black, and then it comes in the mauve, if you want a little pop of color when you ride. So that's really cute. So this one, it just has the black logo down the side. And I was trying to find the logo, and the black logo on the front. And these are just like, I forgot what they retail for. $79.99, so like a nice tight that's well made. It'll last you forever for under $100 is a good deal. So you definitely want to look at these next time you're in, or if you're on the website, go ahead and check them out.
Aubrian's awesome.
It really is.
And their full seat silicone feels like a seat belt.
And then one of the last pieces, just from their spring collection, is the super lightweight jacket. It's their In Motion jacket. It just is for if you want that little layer for a chilly morning, or maybe you just, it's like a fall day, but it's that weird in between where it's like 60 and it feels cold because we're used to it being 70, but it's really not that cold. Like, this is great for that. These are really flattering on. I have one from a previous season, and they just like snatch you and look good. They're super stretchy, so it's not like a soft shell jacket or anything like that. Like, it really has like that 4-way stretch. It's gonna have give to it. So if you want to ride in it, you're gonna feel comfortable. If you just want to like do barn chores, you're gonna feel comfortable. I know some trainers really like to layer, so this would be great for that trainer who just wants maybe like a light layering piece. It has the little matte zipper, which I think is cute. It has a little Aubrian in the zipper, like it's so teeny tiny, but they still wanted to make sure they had that little bit of branding, which I think is so cute. It does have the zipper protection, so the zipper won't hurt you under your chin. It's gonna give you that little coverage right there. And then it has the pockets, which every coat needs pockets for treats, your phone, all that jazz. Maybe you're helping out at a horse show and you're keeping the rag and stuff in your pocket to help your friend when they need their boots like dusted off before they go into the ring. You can really fit a lot into these. They're pretty deep pockets. And it does have the Aubrian and the sand on the back, and then at the lower sleeve. And this one's just like a kind of a plain. So it's just like, again, a nice little piece. I feel like they really thought of everything that anyone might want. Like, you could throw this on over the shirt I'm wearing just to have a little bit more like warmth at the start of the day. Take it off. It's just, you can throw it on while you're running errands. They just really think about all their items. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I love those. I think those jackets do snatch you so much.
They do.
They're such a flattering look. I love them. Is that it?
I want to talk about one more thing. So I think this is a really underrated thing to have in your tack box, and it is the Easy Groom wooden hoof pick. And why I like this is because, actually, I was having this discussion with my vet the other day, and they were like, either like a hoof pick has a good pick and not a good brush, or has a good brush and not a good pick. They need to make a hoof pick that has both. And I was like, you know what? They do. So they make, Shires makes this hoof pick that has this really sturdy brush on it and this like heavy duty metal pick. Like, that is not going anywhere. Like, I am pushing really hard and nothing is happening. So especially like my horses, they tend to get super packed like rock and mud and dirt and cement, and you can literally get in there with this and get out what you need to get out. But then, like right now, when they're going out in the wet mud, you want to like brush off all the mud from the outside of their hoof before you put hoof oil on. So this literally is stiff enough that it will like take all that stuff off the outside of their hoof. So I just really think this is something everyone should have in their tack box, and apparently also gift your vet because they have a hard time with hoof picks. So we do have these in stock right now, both in store and on the site. So if you haven't yet, you might want to check this out. I do kind of think they're cool because they're wooden too. I think it just kind of gives it a little different look. They're all made in the UK. So I think it's just really cool. So I think that's it for today. I just wanted to show you the new spring clothing from Aubrian, and we'll be back next week.
We'll see you next week, y'all.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Oh, I always forget. Oh, there.